again, small amounts, not not tens of lakhs, but 6 lakhs, 10 lakhs, something like that, but not
Okay.
successful till now. But this one, I wanted to sell it on the day of listing. That is the only reason why. And I'm curious about options trading because I hear a lot. I did
Mm-hmm.
say it's cryptocurrencies, very, very nascent. I just dip my toes in it. But again, I'm
Mm-hmm.
extremely wary. I don't understand it. I'm extremely wary. So I don't know, maybe 1/10 of a Bitcoin,
Mm-hmm.
but that's about it. And I
No,
don't
Bitcoin
do
we will
any,
touch base later, sir. That's a different
yeah,
ball
yeah,
game altogether.
yeah. And I don't
I-
do any international stocks and no
okay.
US stock market. It's so purely Indian stock market and few mutual funds.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that
So
sounds
this
great.
is
So that,
about me.
thank you, sir. Thank you. I've made my notes. So you uh, okay. I'll give feedback based on each of your inputs given to me. Next, let's go with Chetan.
Yeah, hi
Chetan, can
Matthew. Hi everyone. Yeah, can you hear me?
yeah, yes, Chetan. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. So I am a software engineer at Apple, borderline technical manager. So more like a technical manager at Apple, you can say. Um, um, yeah, I moved. I actually lived in the US for 8 years and moved to Hyderabad in start of 2022. So those 10 years and before that, I've never done any stock trading in India. In
Mhm.
US, I did stock trading right from 2015, and I still do that. There, I made some money on a dollar averaging, especially, and riding the trends mostly,
Mhm.
and the ESOPs, of course. But yeah, that and also towards the end of my like 2020 and 2021, I also did a lot of options trading.
Mhm.
Made some money on that also, mostly on SPY. I don't know if you know, but SPY has a daily expiry.
Mhm.
SPY is like the total stock exchange, right? So
Mhm.
it has daily expiry, so as to play with it and make money every day, kind of. So played with it on options trading on margin, without margin. Once I moved to India, I was not able to catch up because of the time zone difference. So stopped that also because of the tax implications. I didn't want to handle those complexities from here.
Mhm.
So stopped doing that after moving to India. So starting to invest in some basic stocks, the railway stocks, Geo Finance, and the ones that were recommended on the group. So starting slow. India, I don't have much experience. US, I have done quite a bit of trading and investing. But from that experience, what I can tell you is I am usually, kind of hesitant of trend stocks because I don't know when to exit, right? So
Mhm.
especially the GameStop and all those, I rode the trend, but I didn't make as much as I could. So I learned some lessons there.
Mhm.
Um, I will not go to the crypto side. I did some investments there also. But that is one thing that I see that I don't know when to exit. That is one thing I need to learn.
Okay.
Second thing is in Indian markets, I don't know how to identify the stocks because I'll tell you, maybe it's just something that I saw before leaving India that the people around me mostly lost their money in stocks,
Mhm.
and that is the mentality I still have.
Mhm.
That is not the mentality, but that is somewhere in the back of the mind that people around me have not made money in Indian stocks, but now when I talk to you, all you guys, I see you guys are making money. So that because of that, I always hesitated to put money. I put in mutual funds because I don't
Mhm.
know which stocks. So I do mutual funds, but not the stocks trading and investing too much. And I want to get started. I guess I also messaged you, Matthew, some time back that I want to really do it.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, so that's the intent. So I want to understand the Indian stock market mentality, how to put it, how does it work, kind of a thing, right? So,
Okay. Chetan, don't
and
worry. See,
when to exit. Yeah, sure.
yeah, everybody's in the same gamut or in the same stuff because anybody, including me, I'm telling you, if there's a saying my father used to tell me, if you want to become a good tailor, you have to have the needle pricking you a couple of times. You
Yes.
have
Yeah.
to make the mistake. I have made the
Mm,
mistake. I have lost money. Until unless you don't understand. See, I call it cost of doing a business. When you join a market, you lose definitely a little bit of money. That's called cost of doing a business, right?
mm,
But the
mm,
thing is, after burning your hands, so you make a mistake, but don't make the same mistake again. If you make
mm.
it twice or thrice, then that means there's something you need to change your psychology, the way
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
think. Certain people I've seen
Yes.
market going up, up, up. They start, अरे नहीं इससे ज़्यादा नहीं बढ़ सकता, market गिरेगा, they'll take a put. But doesn't work like that.
Mm,
Psychology, that
mm,
means you have to work on your psychology. Everybody goes through it, not a problem. So definitely you have
mm,
told me, yeah, so you have done option trading in the US. US is pretty easy. You know why? People,
mm,
90% people think like if the market keeps going high, it'll go up. If it falls down, it falls down.
mm.
The volatility in the US market is pretty less compared to the Indian market.
Yes. Mm,
Indian
yeah.
market, some Netaji comes and tells दाम बढ़ने वाला है, उसका स्टॉक होगा उसमें पोर्टफोलियो में, वो बोल देगा तो स्टॉक विल राइज. समबडी से नहीं हम लोग
Mm,
टैक्स बढ़ाने वाले हैं ये गैम्बलिंग्स में, वो उसका गिर जाता है. सो यू कांट डू
mm.
एनीथिंग हियर. सो दिस हियर यू हैव टू बी very technical savvy, and psychologically you have to be very prudent, otherwise very difficult to
Yes.
survive. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Let's go to the next. Thank you, Chetan. Next, let's go
Thank
with
you.
Ayush. Can you hear me now? Can you talk? Ayush. I think Ayush is having some speaker issue, I guess. Anyway, let's go to next person. I'm just randomly picking. Okay. So, Jayvel, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, Jayvel, can you just introduce yourself and tell me something about your experience with
Sure.
stock market? What you have done good, what happened bad with you, so that we can, I can take down the notes.
Sure. I think like stock market, I don't have any experience at all. You can call. I'm a very novice. Just to add my background, like I'm in software industry for like more than 25 years, and I'm with Oracle um, as a technical or the development lead um, in the ERP applications development side.
Mhm.
My exposure to stock market is only through whatever the stock options or the RSUs that I have received from my organization. I'm dealing with it. Other than that, I have zero idea. In fact, like a few years back, while I was trying to file my IT return, some ad has come up. Okay, invested in this. Just like that, I wanted to try it out. I tried some options through the ICICI and HDFC and all, but I still
No, no. When you
don't.
say option, sorry, when you say option, mean you bought options or you bought the stock of
No, no.
ICICI?
This is basically the shares. That's what I'm trying to say. Like even now, like
Okay.
when I receive an email from the ICICI saying my portfolio disclosure, I struggle to understand what it is. Struggle to
Okay.
interpret what it is there. So that's my knowledge on the stock or the share market side. And
Okay.
also my risk taking profile is very very low. Being a
Uh-huh.
very conservative, that's where I think, okay, no, unless the money, you can't like basically like multiply your money unless you take risk, which I
Yes.
understand that,
Mhm.
but I never kind of like tried. Every time I think, okay, I need to try something, I need to learn something, I never kind of like went into that. I never bought anything. So knowledge on that is zero. You can say on that part.
Let me ask you, if do you think stock market is a gambling place to make money?
No, no,
Okay.
certainly no.
All right.
Definitely, we need some. I mean, that's the one reason. Like where I joined this, I really wanted somebody to help me because and my learning portfolio is, or I mean, my strength on the learning side is also like somebody teach me, I'll be able to pick up. I'm
Okay.
very lazy on like reading myself, understanding, doing all those things kind of stuff. So, as to answer your question, yes, I mean, if we understand, if we need to do some kind of study, we need to follow the pattern some with some knowledge. I mean, definitely we'll be able to like make money out of it, but
Okay.
it's not just a purely based luck or gambling or anything on that,
Okay.
I guess.
No, okay. Well, no, good point. I'll tell you why. Because I think 6 months back, when I wanted to start the training, I said I'll give you free training. One person joined. After 2 days, backed out.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm charging money. 10 people have joined. See the thinking process, how it goes, because 99% people and everywhere, they are lazy. They need to be pushed. But once people are pushed and they like what they're seeing and they like what they're learning, definitely they'll grow from there. That should be the attitude. If once you can learn from what you have, we've given inputs to you, from there you know how to grow, then definitely. I mean, most of the people I've interacted right now, all from software engineering, are into coding, analytics. See, let me tell you one thing. Whatever background they may be coming from, you may be coming from, any person coming from any background, has nothing to do with stock market. I've seen what do you call IAs, IPS, IFS people being in stock market losing money big time. They thought that intelligence can bring a lot of money in stock market. I've seen just a 10th dropout guy making money.
Yep.
So nothing to do with your intelligence in stock market. In stock market, what you need to understand, again, 90% is psychology. How you interpret the market. If you see 90% consensus, that means you should not be in the 90%, 95% consensus. You would be thinking different. Example, exit poll election happened, market rallied, right? 2% up. But the next day, what happened? Everybody is thinking again it will go up. I've seen a lot of my friends buying calls like crazy. Some people sold their houses, some people sold the gold, bought a lot of calls. Options I'm talking. But what happened the next day? Crashed. 95% people had the consensus that it will go up. Market doesn't work like that, because big money, smart money cannot make money if they follow the consensus. Anyway, okay, let's go to the next one.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, question like one question. One quick question. I mean, obviously, we don't need to get into the detail, but just continuation of like what you explained. So, is it a myth? Like, okay, if I'm buying a stock like say Asian Paints, I should know the P&L statements. I should be aware of like where they are, what are the strategy plans, etc., before investing on them. Don't I need that knowledge?
Jaival, very good question. When you invested money in Aparna Flats, have you spent time about what kind of a company they are, builders they are, what is their track record, how many buildings they have built? Have you taken feedback from people who are staying in that flat already? Have they delivered the project on time? Have you checked that, or just blindly went and bought it?
No, definitely. That's what I said. I'm conservative, right?
Because you're putting money.
Low, so right.
Jaival, you were putting money, your hard-earned money. What you did your due diligence. What do you first thing? Okay, builder kaun hai? Aparna hai. Okay, Aparna, what all projects they have done? Oh, they have done this projects. Okay, have they completed the project? Oh, they have done it. Have you taken feedback from the existing people who are staying in that flat? Do they have an issue? Water problem, electricity, maintenance, all that stuff? No issues. So you made up your mind. Might have spoken to your wife. You might have told, okay, she also thought, okay, fine, good. And about the place, same way. When you're putting money, it could be 1 rupee, or it could be 1,000 rupee, or it could be a lakh or crore rupee. You being a part of a business. If I'm investing today, if I think, well, let me put money in ICICI Bank, I am becoming a stakeholder in that bank. That means I'm a partial partner in that bank. If the bank does good, I get benefit out of it. If it doesn't do good, my private stock price will crash. That's how you have to think. You need to act like a businessman.
Got it.
Simple. Yeah. All right. Okay. Next,
right,
let's
Mike,
go.
can you hear me now?
Yeah. Who's this?
This is Ayush.
Hey, hi, Ayush. Successfully, you have made it. Okay, good. I'm glad. All right. So you can continue, Ayush.
All right. Okay. So I am Ayush. I am a senior software engineering manager at one of the software MNCs here in Hyderabad. And I have around 15 years of experience in software industry. Coming to investment, I come from a background where my father is a mutual fund consultant. So I started, and still majority of my portfolio is mutual funds. Wanted to gain some exposure to direct investment in stocks, and I started with very small bits during the COVID times. That too mostly from my wife's portfolio on some big shorts like HDFC and all of those large caps. So yeah, very limited exposure in terms of trading as such. Still looking for till now I was still looking for building long-term value in terms of investment. But yeah, I would want to explore the waters a bit for the trading side as well after this training.
Okay, so your father was into a stock market, right? He was a consultant of mutual fund.
Mutual funds. He's a mutual fund advisor.
So he was pulling. I mean,
he's you can call him a financial consultant all in all,
Okay.
primarily focusing on mutual funds. He is one of the most senior mutual fund consultants back in my hometown in Lucknow. So
Okay.
yeah, that gave me that initial thing of like importance of saving and why you should do SIPs and all of those things. And that's what I have been doing for most of my career so far. So yeah, it's very mutual fund heavy portfolio that I have right now. Like I said.
Yeah. And what has been the good, bad, and ugly part of doing trading or investing in stock market?
So I think since I said I am looking at long term, I'm mostly not moved by any movement that happen in stock market. I think my problem is somewhat similar to Chetan. Don't know when to exit. Most of the time I just buy and I never sell. That's what I have been doing so far.
Okay, fair enough. But you're looking at a long term. When you say long term, how long are you looking at? 5 years, 10 years,
I'm
15?
looking for both right now. Yeah, fine. For now, when I say long term, I do not have a number on it, but it is like until I really need that money.
Okay, and you're also doing SIP, right? SIP.
Yes.
Okay, SIP. So blindly you're putting SIP every month, or you have a tailored method when to put that money in that month, or you just
Uh,
blindly every 5th or 10th of every month you're putting it.
for different funds, there are different dates. I try to distribute them across the month. Not everything goes on the same day, but there is no timing of the market as such to say that okay, this
Ah,
time is
okay.
when my SIP will go in.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. All right, that's it. All right. Thank you, Ayush.
That is something that most of the mutual fund advisors would advise,
Mhm.
that don't try to time the market with your SIPs. Do it direct if you
You
want to do that, but your SIPs should be indifferent of where the market is. That's how you
correct.
get the power, the benefit of
Ayush,
splitting it up.
the advantage with mutual funds is that because they have so much of money, okay,
Mhm.
they end up being on a 12 to 15%. Last year was like crazy. They got 40-50% also. Mutual fund, if somebody wants to be very safe and play with very pretty low risk, and you be a part of the mutual fund, not aggressive. There are a lot of different mutual funds, but I'm talking about which are conservative in nature. They
Mhm.
tend to be getting like 12 to 15%, which is just double the FD rate.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, and but if you can choose stocks by yourself and you know when to buy and when to sell and how to do all that stuff, and I've seen people making 300%, 400% in 1 year. Okay, it's lucky, I know every time you don't get it, but if you can time the market, you know when to buy and when to sell it, you can make a good amount.
Mhm. Yeah, when to
All
buy
right.
sometimes is an obvious choice. When you see, this is below the price that I have been seeing for a while, it's time to buy. Selling is a challenge for me. Like I said, I tend to buy, but end up never selling them.
Okay, so you're a keeper.
Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Okay. That means you never wanted money. It means you don't want to use that money. So you kept on going for long term, like all the big
So, so,
people
so
what
so
did.
just to clarify that, when I buy very very small. Like
Okay.
sometimes it is less than 10,000 also. So
Okay.
so
That
yeah,
there's a topic which I'll in the later in the course that's called position sizing, because position sizing, what it does, it takes out the fear from you. A lot of people fear because the portfolio or the kind of quantity they buy so huge, even a small dip or a small coming down, they fear, "Arey, mera paisa kya ho jayega?" because their position sizing is not correct. Anyway, we'll touch that later. Okay,
yeah.
let's go to the next person now. Okay, I think I have picked up. AK, are you there?
Yeah,
Ashutosh?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I was just listening to all of you. Very interesting conversation, guys, and I'm glad that we are having this meeting. Thank you, Matthew sir. Warm hug to you, and thanks a lot for this initiative. And yeah, my story is like I am 2006 computer science graduate from NIT Durgapur. I started as a software engineer, just like most of us here, and been working for last 17 years now. um, I started in the markets in 2000. Like I had a lot of seniors in my company who used to encourage when I joined. So I started with ICICI in 2009 and 10. But my behavior and nature is like I get very nervous when it goes down. Slowly, I
Ah,
learned that no, market eventually recovers, but I still get nervous. So I made a lot of mistakes. I have made a lot of mistakes. I lost money, lot of money I had lost in Suzlon Energy 2000. 13 it crashed twice. I lost a lot of money. Then Unitech, DLF, Reliance Communication, you name it, all junk. I had bought and lost money. And then I found some very big multi-bagger there. I exited very early. So, and but last 4 5 years, I tend to like I have like I motivated myself to hold even if there is a turmoil, just still hold.
Okay, let
But
me
yeah,
stop you,
I
AK,
have.
there. When you bought Suzlon or DLF or Reliance Power, whatever, what kind of a quantity did you buy? Was it a huge quantity or less quantity?
Suzlon and all, I remember I had bought for more than 7 8 lakhs. And that time, I was like, working in India, it was a lot of money, of course,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
a lot of money for me. Uh, and I lost like 1 lakh rupees in a single day there. Then in Unitech, I lost a lot of money within a day. In Unitech, I lost like 30,000 rupees. Then came a time when I made also some amount because of some continuous hustle. But yeah, the losses were there due to indiscipline and lack of knowledge. And I just entered wildly. And then I got just beaten down by the market. I read
Okay.
some books and all, but there's
But
still a lot
आपने
to learn from
आपने
you.
कोचिंग नहीं लिया किसी से अभी तक, ट्रेनिंग या
ना ना
कोचिंग नहीं
कुछ
ली?
नहीं, कुछ नहीं.
क्या बात है
बस
सर,
यही था
आपने.
कि कुछ करना है, कुछ कमा लेते हैं करके. हुआ भी, थोड़ा बहुत हुआ भी. लाइक Bajaj Finance, I remember I bought for hardly like what 300 rupees. I sold for like 850. I closed my first home loan through some profits. उसमें थोड़ा बहुत मुझे प्रॉफिट हुआ. पहली बार मैंने देखा 3 4 लाख रुपए मार्केट से. दैट वाज लाइक इन 2014-15.
Okay.
फिर जीएसटी का क्रैश आया था, तब आई परचेज अराउंड 14 lakhs ऑफ सम स्टॉक्स. उसमें थोड़ा प्रॉफिट हुआ तो मैं आई टुक द प्रॉफिट, आई रैन अवे. लाइक मतलब वो जो एक बुक्स में जिस तरह से कैरेक्टर बताते हैं कि यू हैव टू लाइक फॉरगेट एंड होल्ड, वो सब कभी आ नहीं पाया. पता नहीं वो कैसे आता है, वो कैसे लोग होते हैं हु आर एबल टू होल्ड.
और
बहुत
कहाँ से
अच्छी अच्छी
आते हैं?
कंपनीज. हाँ एग्जैक्टली. बहुत अच्छी अच्छी कंपनीज मैंने बहुत मतलब कोचिन शिपयार्ड, जब इसका लिस्टिंग हुआ था, आई हैड परचेज्ड इट. डी मार्ट आई परचेज फर्स्ट डे व्हेन इट वाज लिस्टेड. लेकिन
Okay.
फिर मैं निकल गया सब में. तो वही है, अच्छी कंपनीज जल्दी एग्जिट करा. वो पुरानी घटिया कंपनीज को लंबे टाइम तक आई हैड हेल्ड ऑन टू इट, एवरेज आल्सो, थिंकिंग कि भाई चलो कभी तो ऊपर आएगा. वो कभी ऊपर नहीं आया. इनफैक्ट आई लॉस्ट लाइक लॉट ऑफ मनी. अभी
I
पिछले
don't.
3 4 साल से सर, एक लास्ट बात अब बोल के आई जस्ट स्टॉप. In last 3 4 years I've been able to make 14 to 16%. And I have a portfolio of around 70 lakhs बना लिया है मैंने कर करके. लेकिन मुझे लगता है still I need to learn options to support this during the days when it's a lot of volatility. And plus I want to my retirement plan is that 10 15 years down the line I just want to trade and just be a full time into the markets.
Okay, great. सर बट टेंशन मत लो सर, हम सब आपके साथ ही है. मिस्टेक्स सब लोग करते हैं, हम भी किए हैं, लेकिन एक ही है जो
Yeah.
गलती करते हैं फिर दोहराना नहीं चाहिए बस. और and one more thing what I want to tell everybody is that if you pick up a stock which is good, fundamentally good, okay, कितना भी गिरने दो. अभी क्या है, initially it was FIs were ruling our market, Indian market, okay. Now so much of money has been pumped in through DI, through SIPs and through this mutual funds. We have actually taken the FIs. FIs अभी गिराते भी मार्केट को, तो इतनी अपनी मार्केट को ना उतना प्रॉब्लम नहीं होता है. पहले ऐसा नहीं था. अगर FI start selling, it used to fall by 200 300 every day. It used to happen. When I still remember 2022, I think market came down to 15,600 or something. Every day 2 o'clock they used to keep selling, and I used to note the time. 2 baje FI used to come and keep selling. But now things have changed. After COVID, you might have seen slowly markets have picked up. Slowly people are getting awareness of market. Every day ad comes up. A lot of money has been pumped in. So now what I feel, even the stock comes down by 15-20%, no problem. I would say dip, buy the dip, hold on to it. Until unless technicals, when you go and check the chart and all, the stock says that no, I am breathing at the brim. Means ग्लास भर पानी भर दिया मैंने, भर गया, और कितना भी मैं पानी डाल लूं रुकेगा नहीं ग्लास में, मीन्स उसमें स्कोप नहीं है और आगे बढ़ने की, और लोगों में पैसे भी डालने की, they don't want to put more. That's the time you have to slowly come out. And I'll show you, when I show you the graph, we'll talk about technical, I'll tell you when it has reached that distribution zone, I'll tell you. So we'll learn from them. Okay, let's go to the next person now. We have, okay, we'll go to Sibi Varghese. Sibi, can you hear me?
Yes, Kochi. Good
Yeah, hi.
evening.
Good evening.
Hey, good evening. Good evening. Sorry, I joined late because I was on another call. Kochi, to introduce myself, I don't have to have an introduction with you. So
Sibi,
because,
you
but
can call me
for the
Matthew, because most of people here know me
okay,
by
all right, Matthew. So it is for the benefit of the rest of the people. My name is CP Verghese. I work with the staffing industry. I head the South portfolio for Team Lease. I've close to 20 plus years of experience working in different domains, consumer durable, telecom. Last stint was with Airtel. Um, Coming to the experience or the exposure towards stock, very limited knowledge. Frankly speaking, whenever I put my money into this thing, the limited intervals when I have started that, all those days, it was a nightmare for me. Burned the money like anything. Then didn't encourage me to get into this thing. Though we had several discussions, Matthew. But the thing is, it is the past experience have holded me back to get into this thing. Understood that it is the lack of knowledge and the kind of time which we have to spend in in the initial time was a clear cut a distraction for me. But now I thought that okay, let me put some time into this, understand it better, so that I could take it forward. So that is how I thought of joining in this thing. um, Looking forward to have a great session with you, Matthew.
So what has been your great, bad, and ugly experience with stock market?
It's not very, good experience. It's an okay experience. You know that I worked with Idea, so that was the first time I, went, got into the, share market.
Okay.
The shares of Idea, dropped like anything, and that was the time every employees of Idea were, getting into that share, and I also being part of that thing among one of them, and started that, made some profit. But again, when it gone into a different level, bought it again, burned the money again. But it was a balancing thing, but never made a good money from the stock market. So that is where I understood that you need to understand stock market better, how the analytical power and things like that has to be understood by everyone. Only then you should get into that. So that is where I stopped. It's almost 5 6 months that I have not put into money into the stock market. So thought, let me learn and then put this in. So that is how I thought, let me get into.
Okay. Thank you, Sibi. So we have one more person, I guess. One more person is Mr. Ramachandra. Can you hear me?
Matthew, even I am there.
Who's this?
Abhishek.
Abhishek. How did I miss you? Oh, AJ, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Abhishek.
Yeah. So,
Please.
hey, hi, Matthew. Hi, team, everyone. Great talking to you all and listening all the, great experiences. So, I have like around 13 years of experience in data industry. I'm a database manager. I've been working with all the internet majors and retail company right now. So my strategy has been a little different. I started off, seeing my father investing in stock market. So what he was dependent on was completely on the financial advisors. Okay, so some guy used to call him, and I used to see when I was in, when I was studying. So I used to see him that. So all the things happening was completely dependent on the stock market advisors, financial advisors, you call it. So these guys used to call them, and they used to do all the entry and exits. So I started off back in 2016 along with that guy, but burnt quite a good amount of money, and then we both stopped. And now I'm completely dependent onto my SIPs, which are again blindly done based on the all the forecasts that I see, all the previous trends that I have seen, and and every quarter I make sure that I have a IPO, and I've been quite lucky with that. So that's my experience.
So on the SIP, when did you start the SIP?
It was also in 2016.
Oh, you started from then.
Yeah.
All right. So have you invested on ETF, or what kind of are you individual stocks are you investing, or any commodity? What kind of a SIP are you doing?
These are more or less ELSS, ETFs, and all those kind of stuff.
Okay. All right. And what has been your, very good, bad, or ugly experience with stock market?
Uh, I will say with the financial advisors, it has been like little bad, but with IPOs and all, it has been great, if not good. So,
Okay. Thank you. Do we have Kishore? I'm not seeing Kishore. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah. Hi, Kishore.
Hi. Hey, it's good to, hear from everyone. So I'm also in the IT industry, almost like 25 years now. So I work for a US-based company. It's actually, we do software for mutual fund sales. So doesn't mean that I know in and out of mutual fund, but it's just the internals of how the mutual fund works. We do kind of software for them, not on the investing side or the in the market side. So we do have an office in India. So I kind of travel back and forth from US and India. So I have very good exposure to the US market. So I've been investing, lots of different types of investing since the last 25 years. You can name it, basically I did trend investing, you can call it, momentum investing, sentiment investing. So, lots of, and then fundamentals as well as, technicals. But what I found in US is there's a lot of information available for you when you do the, analysis. So I kind of stuck with, the technical analysis, trying to understand all the different terms. Probably I started doing that in the last 5 to 6 years. Seems to be the more you try to get into that, it's not easy. You lose money sometimes, you win sometimes, but that kind of kind of stuck to that. So it worked out a little bit for me, but I was trying to use that information and put that into an Indian market. I'm very new to Indian market in the sense that I used to be, I travel back and forth, like I said, but nowadays I'm staying back in India, so I want to dip my toes into India market. So all that analysis that you learn, all the technical indicators that you learn in US, it's hard to find that information here. So I'm trying to get familiar with the Indian market, how it works and everything, and try to see it'll be good for the investing in India as well. I do have some SIPs and mutual funds. It's hard to find a financial advisor in India, unlike in US where you know everything about the financial advisor. The disclosures are not that great in India, but I just chose some random guy, but I tried to invest in mutual funds, SIPs that covers the entire market kind of thing. But it's not doing that good. I'm still looking for a good financial advisor. So not much there, but I still want to invest more into mutual funds and stocks within India. So recently, I would say I had good, luck in the market with respect to what we call in the US as breadth investing, right? Technical breadth investing, intermediate term breadth investing. So I'm kind of researching and trying to see if I can apply that into India. But it kind of works, but it's always the every 5 years the trend changes. In
Sir,
US, the fund.
first time I heard about the word breadth investing. Can you give me a little enlightenment on that?
Yeah,
When you say,
sure. So when we say breadth investing, I would say it's the entire market. So let's say in US, you have the seven stocks that are running the market, right? So the entire market, goes up, then it's the entire bet. It's covering the
Okay,
entire
so
S&P
depending on the weightage of the stock, because out of the 10
Exactly.
stocks, 20, the 5, 6 stocks will have more weightage. If those stocks are running, that means it'll pull the entire indices up. Okay.
So that will give you some momentum in there. So there's
Okay.
something called the intermediate term breadth. So which is
Uh-huh.
which is valid for a month. It's not a short term. It's not a long term. It's valid for a month or so. It
Okay.
kind of works. The technical indicators, right? You
Mhm.
use a combination of those. Sometimes if you work, sometimes if you don't work. So I'm trying because it kind of worked for me in US. I'm not saying that it gave me. I mean, at least it beat the S&P 500. So if it beats the S&P 500, that's very good for me. I'm not looking for 60, 70, 100%. So I'm
Mhm.
trying to see if there is something that I can apply that in India against the Nifty to see, if we can, beat the Nifty on an alpha
Yeah.
kind of thing. So
Yeah.
that's where I am. So it doesn't mean that I made a lot of money. I mean, in the last 25 years, there were years where I didn't expect to make money. I made money. There were years where I wanted to make money, but I lost money. So, but along the course, I thought like, fundamentals is a waste of time because of the India is also evolving like the US with algorithmic trading, and nobody looks at the fundamentals. It's all about for momentum, trend, and technical analysis. So that's where I'm focusing on.
Okay. And see, with regards to indicators, 99% indicators are lagging indicators. That means certain things happen, only then the indicator shows up.
That's right.
Lagging indicators are only like we can use it like a second or a third reference case, but lagging indicators are all the name itself says it's lagging. That means real
Right.
market X thing happened after 5 seconds, 10 seconds, the indicator shows up. Okay, अरे यार तू यहाँ पे खरीदना था. Oh, you should have
Right.
sold it, but it's already happened. There's no use, right? Yeah, so we understand that. No problem. And Kishorji, you've been having 25 years of experience in US market. So have you ventured in the Indian market, started putting money a little bit in the stock here?
Yes, I did, but not to the extent that I did in the US. So I did. So I do individual stocks as well, but it's hard to understand, when they go up and to invest. So I'm trying to understand, how the Indian market works as well.
Yes. And what do you think the good and the bad part of the Indian market, investing in
Like
Indian
I said,
market?
I can't find much information, there
Okay.
are, all this new, software is coming up. So, I mean, at least maybe there is. It's just that like I said, and I just started, just to dipping my toes in the Indian market. So maybe there are software which can give me all the technical indicators that I'm looking for. So I guess it's hard to understand. Unlike you say lagging indicators, but at least there are this daily indicators or weekly indicators to give you something. So for example, if a stock goes up on a given day, I can't find the reason why it went up. At least in US, somebody tells you, okay, this is what might be happening. Even after 2 days, it might go up 3 to 4 times, and then I still don't understand. There is no article, there is no news why it is
Mhm.
going up. So I feel like there's a lot of insider training here more than anything. At least there's something I can find in US, but not in India. So that's one of the factors. Like what the hell is
Yeah.
going on? Why is it going up? Why is it going down? No news, right? So that's a
Yeah.
kind of
Indian market runs morely on sentiments here.
right.
Mostly on
That-
sentiments.
That's what
Whether
I
the
understood.
company does good, bad, whatever the company maybe, it works on sentiments. Vijay Kedia bought, example, Paytm shares, like sheep mentality. People will go left, right, center, go buy Paytm shares because who bought? Vijay Kedia bought.
Right.
Mr. Junjunwala is no more. Otherwise, Junjunwala got some shares. People go and buy. They don't understand. Junjunwala has got inside information. He talks to the MD or the owner of the company. "Arey, how the 3 months looking out, 6 months, 1 year, 2 year, how many? He has some information. A retail traders like us, we don't have any knowledge until unless it comes in the television, which we can't trust. Comes in the paper media. Paper
Right.
media also lagging. That means after 2 days the report comes. By the time stock is already gone up, you can't
That,
make a qualified
yeah.
decision by then.
That's what I'm sure. So, in US they call it pump and dump, and
Correct.
everything comes into the news. But here it doesn't come. But obviously that's what's happening here
Sir,
too. So,
exactly. That's the reason we're doing this course because here we're not talking much about lagging indicators.
right.
If you look at my course curriculum, we are talking about price action, means real time. जो दिखता है उस पे अपन act करते. Whatever we see on the chart, we are acting on it. Pricing indicators, we will keep it like a second or a third reference. Like in cricket, you have like a real-time umpire and you have a third umpire, right? Third umpire जो screen पे देख के slowly decision देता है, something like a lagging indicator. A real-time umpire who is on the ground. So that is price action. We will definitely will go through it. And I have one more person I think is not joined, Mr. Ramachandar. Are you there in the group? Mr. Ramachandar?
No, I don't see him.
Yeah, I don't see him too. Yeah, maybe because I see few names as guests. So anyway, so all right. Thank you very much. These notes I have taken and this entire call or the stuff is getting recorded. I believe that nobody has an objection that I'm recording this conversation because it gives me little if I missed any point, I can always go through and go to what you have spoke about regarding yourself so that I can plan my course according to your strength, weakness, and opportunities you have in the market. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
If anybody has a concern, please put it in the chat. If you don't want to say or you want to put it in the chat, you can put it, no problem. All right, so what we have now, we have another 11 minutes. So what we will do, I will just brush up. I know most of the people know about stock market, but what I will do is slowly, quickly, I'll brush it up. Actually, stock market basics, financial market, make what all things happen. Okay, and what are the different kind of exchanges we have? You know that, the New York Stock Exchange. Then they have Nasdaq. अपने पास दो exchanges है, which is Bombay Stock Exchange, which is the oldest one, and we have National Stock Exchange, which is comparatively new compared to the Bombay Stock Exchange. Differences to आपको पता है. I don't want to go through all this stuff because it doesn't add any value to what exactly you're doing. But I'll give you quickly that the Bombay Stock Exchange have got Sensex, which is right now at 76 or 77,000, I guess, and Nifty is at around 23,000 above. So Nifty, part of NSE, Sensex is part of BSE. Sensex has got 30 top stocks in the Indian market, and Nifty has got 50 stocks, and those stocks keeps on changing depending upon the performance. If any of the stock performance goes down, they put another stock there and a company there and take the other one down out of the 50. That's the reason indices, their returns are almost like 10-12% depending on how the Nifty or the Sensex moves. What basically, I think if you don't know, please put it in the chat. I can go elaborate and explain you, but I don't think this is, you can also type in Google, you can get information. This is theory part. So I'm just brushing it off. Okay. No, if you think
Matthew, like what is the deciding factor, like one particular company stock, whether it should be in Nifty, I mean, whether it should be in BSE or NSE?
No, it's the nobody decides. It's because you have to pay a amount to. If I have to put my company in both both in NSE and BSE, I have to spend more money because I have to give it to BSE stock exchange and also for listing in NSE, right? I have to give that money to them. Some people only go with BSE stock exchange. Some people go with only NSE. Some people go with both. Some people go with NSE because the volumes are too high in NSE stock exchange. Comparatively, in Bombay Stock Exchange, the volumes are too less. आप उठा के देखिए, any chart you take or you go by, you put an indicator, volume indicator for any stock, the volumes in Bombay Stock Exchange are less. Comparatively in NSE, volumes are high. Example, if you are holding a good amount of stocks and you want to liquidate it, high chances are that you can sell that high quantity in NSE quicker comparatively in BSE. I hope I made it clear.
Yep, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's already there. Nifty 50 is a indices. Like that you have Nifty 100, Nifty 200 means Nifty 50 top companies or 50 top companies part of Nifty. Sensex 30 top companies. And a lot of terms are there which I will be going through quickly. So those terms you need to know in the market because news में आता है, TV में बोलते हैं, press report आता है, or you may get a India Times, they may be writing something about stock. Such kind of small jargons or words they will be using. तो आपको थोड़ा idea मिल जाता है कि अच्छा this word means this is okay means that. So you get some idea about it. Okay. आपको तो ये तो पता है कि what is the stock market, what actually happens in the stock market. There are two types of markets. One is a primary market, a secondary market. जो secondary market में हम लोग करते हैं, जो stock buy करते हैं, sell, that is a secondary market because already वो primary market से आ चुका है. Primary market में क्या होता है? IPO, initial public offering. मतलब a company wants to have funds. They want to have funds because they want to grow. How they have to do it? They have to do a initial public offering. For that, there is a big checklist. If somebody can go and type in a Google, companies how are being selected by BSE or stock exchange to be listed, they have a big checklist. They have to follow this checklist. They have to show their quarterly income, their profit, their future forecast, because otherwise क्या होता है, any Tom, Dick and Harry can launch an IPO, collect money from people, he can sell his shares and he can go off. A quick way of making money, right? It used to happen initially, but now because of SEBI coming into picture, they have come up with very strict and stringent laws which safeguards retailers' money. So they have done a great job, but still they have a lot of scope to do it, but they're doing it. So primary market, matlab, before coming into the stock market, listing, that is primary market in a layman's language. Secondary market, where actually we sell, buy stocks, we do future and options, we do commodity, all right, all that, ETF, all that happens there. Or trading, you might have also seen that you can also trade in stocks. You can trade in indices like Nifty 50, Bank Nifty, then you have Fin Nifty. पता नहीं यार आजकल बहुत हर दिन एक expiry होता है. You have Mondays, I think mid cap Nifty expiry there. Tuesdays you have Fin Nifty expiry. Wednesdays you have Bank Nifty expiry. Thursday you have Nifty expiry. Friday you have Sensex, Bank X, like that. 5 days you have a expiry, and you know how to do play future and options. Expiry is a good day to make money if you have good knowledge. Otherwise, you'll burn your hands big time. All right. There are a few myths about stock market, which a lot of people don't want to invest in stock market because of this myth that they say stock market is only for experts. The only expert means stock market would not have grown as much it would have grown right now, right? Only thing you need to have a basic knowledge. I tell all my friends, don't follow all these what do you call crazy technical indicators. Don't fall prey to this. A lot of people coming and showing you ye indicator lagao, wo indicator lagao, you need to have this. No, it doesn't work. If you make your trading or invest in that platform as simple as possible, that you can understand it, even a layman you explain understand, that is the best technical or indicator, whatever you want to put it, for you to make money. Simple gives you money. Jitna you complicate stuff, you will end up losing money because fear drives you crazily. Second, you will jump out of the stock quicker than before. Third, FOMO will creep in, fear of missing out. Arey, stock bhag rahi hai, everybody is buying, let me also buy. Okay, let's start thinking for one more day whether it can come down. No, again goes next day up. Then you buy on the top. One next day the market crashes 10%, 15% down, and you have to keep on holding for another 3 to 4 months. Because of fear, you lose it. Next, you need a lot of money. In stock market, you don't, if you want to invest, you don't need a lot of money. You and I know very less amount, like you can start from 5,000 rupees, 1,000 rupees. You can buy any stock, top 50 stocks, you can buy one quantity to keep on adding. Adding also when you have to do, whenever stock falls by 5% or 10%, make it a thumb rule and follow strictly. Any person who has these three things in the market: one, discipline, patience, and money. These three people will survive in the market. You need to have good discipline, lot of patience. If you don't have this two, I would encourage you not to be a part of the stock market, because you'll end up burning your money. Your money from your pocket, you will take it from your pocket and give it to somebody else. हंसते हंसते दे दोगे आप, पैसा चले जाएगा आपका. Because discipline, patience is must in stock market. And you need to have money. These three things are very, very crucial. Just write it down: patience and discipline and money. Money to last aata hai, because even if a small punji like 5,000, 1,000, so you can start. This holds true with options and trading also. You're not disciplined. You follow one method of doing option trading. You may be following a what do you call RSI uptrend pakadte ho, or you may be using an EMA equated monthly curve analysis, or you may be doing a Bollinger curve, or you may be having whatever technical indicators you may be having. Stick to one or maximum two. Start becoming mastering in that. You may burn hands 1 day or 2 days. इसका मतलब ये नहीं first 2 days you make loss. नहीं मैं छोड़ के चले जाऊंगा. बहुत 95% make that mistake. That first 2-3 days you'll start using one technology or one method of trading or investing that doesn't go good. You'll think, oh, this is not good, let me go to other. You'll go to other one. It does then, well, you go to other. You're doing a big mistake like that. No, don't do that. Follow 1 or 2 max, continue to do it for 1 week or 10 days, and put your stop loss accordingly and see whether it works or not. And does it follow your psychology or not? In psychology, when I say psychology, everybody is not same. एक बंदे को ना पैसा उसी दिन मिलना चाहिए, वो खुश हो जाता है, मींस इंट्राडे ट्रेडर है, उसकी पर्सनालिटी वो चेंज नहीं कर सकता. कितना भी बोलो यार लॉन्ग टर्म एक 10 दिन तो नहीं रख पाता, क्योंकि उसकी पर्सनालिटी है वैसे, आप चेंज नहीं कर सकते हो. दैट इज इंट्राडे ट्रेडर हो गया. एक बंदा बोलता है मैं अभी खरीदूंगा 10 दिन में बेच दूंगा, मेरे को 1 महीने तक होल्ड है. स्विंग ट्रेडर 1 महीना मैक्सिमम 1 महीना. ही इज अ स्विंग ट्रेडर, उसकी ब्लड में वो है स्विंग ट्रेडर बनने की, वो है. यू कांट चेंज हिम, यू कांट मेक हिम अ लॉन्ग टाइम इन्वेस्टर. नो, यू कांट बिकम. You need to understand your personality. मेरा personality क्या है? Let's not other people decide. नहीं sir, आप ना long term investor बन सकते हो. नहीं, you have to take a call yourself. Am I long term, short term, swing trader हूँ, intraday? You have to take that. Under self analysis करो और करो. And if you get motivated by उसी दिन पैसा मिलना, ट्रेडर बनना चाहिए आप, क्योंकि आपको होल्ड नहीं कर सकते. रोज पैसा देखना चाहते हो, क्योंकि आपको डिले होता रहता है तो आपकी हार्ट बीट फास्ट हो जाती है. तो क्या गलती करते हैं? यू मेकिंग मिस्टेक. डोंट डू सो. फॉलो दैट. थर्ड, हाई रिस्क इक्वल्स हाई रिटर्न्स. ये तो बड़ी मिथ है, ऐसा नहीं होता है. हाई रिस्क स्टॉक ले ली तो हाई रिटर्न्स. हाई रिस्क स्टॉक या हाई chances of losing money also is high. A lot of people what they do, they want to buy 10 rupees, 30 rupees, 40 rupees stock. अरे बहुत कम में ये बढ़ जाएगा 1000 रुपए. नहीं होता ऐसा. परसेंटेज ग्रोथ में ऐसा नहीं होता है. You have to look at a lot of things. स्टॉक में फायर है क्या उसमें भागने की, और 30%, 40%. Is the stock, where is it stands now? 52 weeks low, or is at the RSI level 50%, मतलब स्ट्रेंथ ज्यादा भी नहीं है कम भी नहीं है, ठीक है, or is at the high, एकदम ऊपर में है. So you need to understand where you have to put your money. But high risk, high returns गलत है. कभी कभी हो जाती है. लकी, दैट्स फर्स्ट टाइम व्हेन यू जॉइन एनी स्टॉक मार्केट, दैट्स जॉइनर्स लक बोलते हैं, वो मिल जाती है. वैसे नहीं होता है हमेशा. Stock always bounces back after a fall. Not necessarily. If you bought a good stock, always good stock bounces back first. This June 4th, most of the stock which were good have bounced back quickly compared to those stocks which have not bounced back. You know why? But there is a second factor also to that. If government changes any plan, for example, they were bullish on all PSU banks, PSU stocks, all that they were bullish. If they change anything, but I'm lucky, I'm happy that the same government is following, so they may put more additional money. It's good. But if government would have changed, a new government would have come, definitely their priority would have been different. So they may not push for PSU banks or PSU stuff. They would have gone for all consumer stocks. Consumer stocks keep rushing up, and the other stocks would have gone down. So you need to understand that also. Fourth, stock always bounces back after fall. So not necessary. Good stocks, yes. If fundamentally good stocks, definitely those are stocks which bounces back first. If you've seen the trend, Nifty 50 होता है, उसके बाद Nifty 100, फिर mid cap, small cap. सबसे last होती है penny stocks. लेकिन भागते भी वैसे ही है. जब भागना शुरू होता है पेनी स्टॉक रॉकेट की जरा ऊपर चले जाती है, और निफ्टी 50 स्लो जाती है 10%, 5% साल में 15%. छोटे छोटे स्टॉक्स तो 50, 100, 200 गुना भी दे देती है. So you have to be very careful. Okay. Myth 5, timing the market is easy. There's nobody in this world who can time the market that I will buy, or this stock is going to come at this bottom here. Nobody can time. और ये stock यहाँ पे रुक जाएगी, इसके बाद नीचे आएगी. Nobody can time. Whatever we can do, use the technical indicators or price action. We can draw resistance, support. अच्छा यहाँ से आ सकती है, कभी कभी 5% जा सकती है ऊपर, 10%, लेकिन गिरेगी. But nobody can time it. Nobody can time it until unless I've seen the future. If I can see the future, I'd have made a billions and billions. I've been the richest person in the world. But नहीं होता है वैसे. Investing is like gambling. That's the reason I was asking one other person, if you feel that you entering stock market because it's like a gambling and you get a kick out of it every time you're making money or losing money, that kick, oh, then you're at the wrong place. Stock market is not like that. It's not a gambling place. You have to be knowledgeable. You have to have a lot of patience, perseverance, and knowledge, and have money. Only then you can make money. Otherwise, it's not possible. I'm not going to talk about much of advantages because you know that what are the disadvantages. So exactly opposite becomes advantages. So you can make a lot of wealth. You can diversify your portfolio. For example, a lot of people buy one stock and keep it. That's not good. For example, you have 1 lakh rupees. I would say buy 10 stock worth 10,000 each. Nifty 50K, 30% or 40%. Then go to Nifty 100, buy 30 or 20%. Then go to small caps, buy 10% of small caps. Diversify. In the diversification also, you can go with pharmaceuticals. You can go with the hospitals, or you can go with what do you call real estate. You can go with FMCG, defensive stocks. So you have to build a portfolio in such a way that even there is a good crash, your portfolio doesn't sink as much as it should go down, because you will be, at least there will be certain stocks which will go up compared to the other stocks, right? So you're diversifying your investment, not only in stocks but also I would say if you have total investment, you're ready to invest 1 lakh rupees, I would say put only 50% in the stock market. Rest I would put 20 to 30 in gold or real estate, and put 10% in the bank. The 10% money should be always be ready in the bank. Unforeseen circumstances may come up, you need that money. The stock market money is good. You know why? Real estate ka problem happens that you have to find a buyer. The person needs to like your property. It's a time consuming stuff. However, in stock market, आज बेच दिया आपने stock, कल आपके account में पैसे आ गए. Quickly you can make, liquidate that's a big thing. And apart from buying stocks, you also get advantage where if you buy stocks which gives good dividend, like most of the government companies are there. I don't appreciate companies which are giving dividend. That means that company is not able to utilize that money better, right? Google doesn't give you dividends. Why? Because they know that with the money they can build more efficient products and sell and make double the amount of money they can give to their investors. So yeah, dividend income also you may get. You will get, there are a lot of stocks which gives you dividend. And recently I've seen a PFC, Power Finance Corporation, which I had, keep on going up from 93 rupees, went up to 400 and change, plus you got dividends. All right. And also advantage is you're partial owner of the company. You may be having one stock, still you're a 0.00001% owner of that company. All right. You have any questions, please ask.
Matthew, I definitely would like to understand a lot more on the fundamentals and basics. So offline, can you ping me any book or any YouTube video you want me to go through it before the next session? I'll do that.
Sir.
Matthew, sir, I have one.
And one second, let me answer Jaibal's question. Books I will recommend. I have the book. I'll give it to you, sir. जितना book में पढ़ के सीखोगे ना कुछ मैं you have to be practical. It's like you playing cricket in the nets. कितना भी practice करो sir आप.
No, Matthew, my question is more, I would like to understand the terminologies and other things, nothing else. Just understand the fundamentals and basics of that.
Sir, everything the course will cover it. I'm telling you, I will cover everything. We have not started it. I've just started today because 1 hour ho gaya. Basics bata raha hu, because from next day onwards, we will be starting into the course. I will teach you all the terminologies, all the basic stuff, everything I'll teach you. Hands-on, I'll teach you. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
By the time you complete the course, you will be at least be knowing about stock market. You will be saying, Matthew, I'm going to invest from tomorrow. You'll be in that bullish mode. सर मैं कल से ऑप्शन ट्रेडिंग करूंगा मैं छोटी पूंजी लगाऊंगा 5000 से खेल के देखूंगा क्या होने वाला है. I will get into that stage. Don't worry.
Perfect.
So, Matthew, how many such sessions have we planned? Like for how many weeks this training will go on? Do you have an idea right now, or
I will complete within 4 weeks. 4 sessions of 1 hour each. I'll complete it, and every session I end, I will be giving you a homework to do. यू हैव टू स्पेंड ओनली ना, एक हफ्ते में 1 घंटा स्पेंड करना, होमवर्क मेरे को रिटर्न में ला, एवरीबडी हैज टू कम अप विद देयर होमवर्क एंड शोकेस टू मी दैट आपने होमवर्क किया है, आई वांट टू गो थ्रू इट, बिकॉज मैं आपको सिखाऊंगा और आप अपना एफर्ट नहीं डालोगे तो जब मार्केट में आप जाओगे ना, इट्स लाइक नेट में खूब प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हो, मैच में तो 0 बन के आ गए, क्या फायदा। तो इसलिए मुझे आपको ना मैं exercise दूंगा, I will be giving you exercises, you have to diligently do that, come back, no problem if you don't do it good, bad, ugly, no problem. I want to see that how much you've understood, how much you are able to put in that into practice. मुझे वो चाहिए आपसे। मैं जब कन्विंस हो जाऊंगा कि आप जो भी मैंने सिखाया आपको, you are able to inculcate, cooperate that in the training and giving back in return, मुझे एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग आया कि yes, this person has understood what I've said. क्योंकि मैं नोशन में चले जाऊंगा कि आपने अंडरस्टैंड किया, एंड ऑफ द डे आप मार्केट में जाओगे, आप फिर वही गलती कर बैठे, बोलिए अरे मैथ्यू ने कुछ भी नहीं सिखाया यार, उसे भाषण देके गया, हमारे को देखो बड़ा 0 मिल गया। ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। आई होप आई एम क्लियर।
Yes, yes, it makes sense. Like
Yeah,
obviously, you train, it's the efforts that will matter in the end.
Yeah, sometimes I'll be a strict trainer, but you have to go through that grinding because सर आपकी हार्ड अर्न्ड पूंजी लग रही है, ये नहीं कि बहुत मुश्किल से पैसे बनाते हैं सर हम लोग सब, वो पैसा चुप के नहीं जाना चाहिए किसी के हाथ में, तो थोड़ा एफर्ट करना पड़ता है। अपन जैसे मैं आई वाज टेलिंग यू दैट यू बाय अ फ्लैट, यू पुट लॉट ऑफ एफर्ट, यू गो एंड डू, सो सेम काइंड ऑफ एफर्ट यू हैव टू पुट इट फ्रॉम योरसेल्फ। आई एम पुटिंग 50%, यू पुट 50%, 100% हो जाएगा, आप लोग मार्केट में जा सकते हो। ओके सर जी, क्लियर?
Sure, yep.
Yeah. Anybody has a question, please you can ask. पूरी टर्मिनोलॉजी मैं सिखाऊंगा, मैं ज्यादा नहीं सिखाऊंगा, हाउ मच यू नीड टू नो, बिकॉज ज्यादा भी हो जाएगा ना फिर कंफ्यूज हो जाओगे। नो इकोनॉमिस्ट बंदे लोग हैं, एक्सपर्ट्स है, कभी स्टॉक मार्केट में पैसे नहीं बना सकते, बिकॉज वो डरता है हमेशा, बिकॉज इतनी सारी नॉलेज है, हर चीज में वो डर डर के फूंक फूंक के पीता है, पैसा नहीं बना पाता वो। जितनी नॉलेज चाहिए उतनी नॉलेज ही रखना चाहिए अपने पास, ज्यादा भी डरावना हो जाता, डर जाते, अर्ली एग्जिट के शिकार बन जाते हैं अपन, वो एक प्रॉब्लम है। और थर्ड थिंग क्या है सर, न्यूज चैनल्स देखना बंद कर दो स्टॉक मार्केट के बारे में, 90% फ्रॉड है न्यूज चैनल्स वाले, अपने अपने स्टॉक खरीद के, और एक ग्रुप रहती है वो स्टॉक को बढ़ाने के लिए बोलते हैं ये खरीद लो आप, ताकि उन लोग निकल सके वो स्टॉक से। डोंट ट्रस्ट न्यूज चैनल्स, सबसे गंदे लोग होते हैं ये न्यूज चैनल वाले। हाँ, आर्टिकल्स जो भी आते हैं मनी कंट्रोल में या टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया में, गुड टू नो, उतना ही गिव दैट इन्फॉर्मेशन, गुड टू, हाँ मैंने पढ़ा है भाई, गुड टू नो, दैट्स ऑल। ओनली फॉलो व्हाट द चार्ट टेल्स यू और द मार्केट टेल्स यू। इधर की सुनी बात, उधर की सुनी बात, दोस्त आ कह रहे मेरे को ये टिप मिला, देख कल बढ़ने वाला है मार्केट एकदम ऐसा, मेरे को तो 10 टिप मिले थे जून 15 5 के सुबह सुबह 6 बजे, सर कॉल खरीद लो, जैसा मार्केट खुलता भागेगा 10%, सब लोग डूब गए। इसलिए टिप में फॉलो नहीं करने का कभी भी, नेवर गो बाय टिप, जो भी वो फ्री में देते ना टिप वगैरह, ये कॉल पुट खरीद लो, ये स्टॉक खरीद लो, बट नहीं, दे ऑल हैव इनसाइड व्हाट यू कॉल agenda to make you buy so that they can exit, the big parties can exit from the stock. I'll teach you, all will come later, okay? चलो सर इतना ही है आज का है, कुछ क्वेश्चन है तो पूछ लो, so that we can start from next Sunday. If you agree, I can continue for another 20 minutes.
One small question, Matthew sir. This is Ashutosh. In your training, do cover when do we exit a stock, like when we buy it for a long term?
हाँ बताएंगे सर, हम पक्का बताएंगे, उसमें कोर्स में आप देखिए, मेरा कोर्स का मॉड्यूल देखे आप?
नहीं मैंने नहीं देखा, unfortunately मैंने देखा है from a top level I saw, but I did not go through each and every technical details.
हाँ हम अवश्य बताएंगे आपको स्टॉक कब खरीदना है कब बेचना है, लेकिन इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि अभी, मैं पहले बताया, हम ट्रेंड लाइन ड्रॉ, इन द पार्ट ऑफ द कोर्स आई डेफिनेटली एक्सप्लेन यू व्हेन यू कैन एग्जिट, व्हेन यू कैन बाय, आप स्ट्रेंथ कैसे पकड़ते हो स्टॉक का, इसका डाउनफॉल कैसे होता है, ट्रेंड लाइन कैसे ड्रॉ करना है, डिफरेंट ट्रेंड लाइन होती है वो कैसे ड्रॉ करते हैं, स्ट्रेंथ कैसे पता कर सकते हैं, lot of things are there which I will go through, explain you in detail. आप, I don't want you to jump into something, you know, अभी बच्चा भी just पैदा हुआ है, वो बच्चा थोड़ी भागेगा, नहीं, आराम से पहले वो क्रॉल करेगा, फिर घुटने में चलेगा, फिर वो थोड़ा खड़ा होगा गिरेगा, खड़ा होगा गिरेगा, फिर थोड़ा चलेगा, फिर थोड़ा भागेगा, स्प्रिंट करेगा, फिर मैराथन करेगा। तो वी हैव लॉट ऑफ स्टेजेस टू क्रॉस। सब सिखाऊंगा सर जी, कोई टेंशन नहीं है। इतना नॉलेज तो मैं आपको दे दूंगा कि आपको बेसिक नॉलेज मिले कि स्टॉक मार्केट में कहाँ पे खरीदना है, कहाँ पे बेचना है, ऑप्शन में कैसे बाइंग होती है, कैसे सेल करना है, स्मार्ट मनी की थिंकिंग प्रोसेस कैसी होती है। बड़े बड़े जो पैसे लेके जो डीआई है, एफआई है, जो फ्यूचर ऑप्शन करते हैं, उनकी स्मार्ट मनी बोलते हैं, वो उनकी थिंकिंग कैसे रहती है, वो रिटेलर को कैसे फंसाना चाहता है, मार्केट को ऊपर ले गया, फ्यूचर्स का कॉल प्राइस ऊपर ऊपर जा रहा है, वो क्या क्रिएट कर रहा है, वो लॉट ऑफ बाइंग कॉल में क्रिएट कर रहा है, ताकि एक स्टेज आएगा धड़ाम करके बेच सकता है। उसको बहुत लोग चाहिए बेचने के टाइम। ही कैनॉट, ही सेलिंग इन क्रोर्स, नॉट इन बाइंग इन लैक्स।
राइट।
तो हाँ, ही थिंक्स स्मार्ट मनी की थिंकिंग अलग होती है। स्मार्ट मनी करोड़ रुपए लगाता है, एक ही दम एग्जीक्यूट नहीं कर सकता हो। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इवन इफ यू वांट टू बाय अ शेयर ऑफ HDFC, स्मार्ट मनी विल नॉट गो एंड पुट 1 लाख क्वांटिटी, नहीं करता कभी भी वो ऐसे। वो मार्केट के थोड़ा गिराएगा, थोड़ा लेगा, फिर थोड़ा ऊपर जाएगा, रुकेगा, फिर गिरेगा, थोड़ा लेगा, ऐसे ऐसे भरता है वो स्मार्ट मनी। एंड ही विल क्रिएट दैट पैनिक इन रिटेलर्स। एक मार्केट फट करके नीचे आएगी, पैनिक क्रिएट करेंगे, रिटेलर्स भाग जाएंगे, स्मार्ट मनी कीप्स बाइंग ऑल द स्टॉक्स। आप ये सोचो, जस्ट इफ कैन एनालाइज, somebody selling so much on June 4th, तो कोई ना कोई तो खरीद रहा था ना। वो इतनी स्टॉक्स बिकवाली हुई जून 4th के दिन, जून 4th था नहीं, हाँ, मार्केट क्रैश हुआ, somebody is buying all the stocks, करेक्ट।
राइट।
अगर
राइट।
सेलर सेल करता है और बायर कोई नहीं है, तो वो लोअर सर्किट मार्केट, मतलब मार्केट नहीं है, मतलब बायर ही नहीं है, बट ऑल द स्टॉक्स व्हिच आर कमिंग डाउन वेयर यू हैड सम बायर, ऑल दोस क्लेवर पीपल बॉट इट। नेक्स्ट डे क्या हुआ, मार्केट भाग गया, नेक्स्ट डे और ऊपर चले गया। और फियर में आप
राइट।
लोग नहीं, हाँ, फियर में आप लोग नहीं खरीदे, ग्रीड में किसी ने खरीद लिया, फ्री फियर में आपने नहीं खरीदा, तो मार्केट चले गया फिर 15% ऊपर। यही तो है पूरी स्मार्ट मनी, वो भी सिखाएंगे मार्केट में, आपको कोई टेंशन नहीं है। बट व्हाट आई इंसिस्ट, मेरे सिखाने से कुछ नहीं होगा आपका। मैं फिर से बता रहा हूँ, me teaching you, coaching you doesn't add any value to you until unless you learn things along with me and execute and practice it time and again, because money is involved here. ऐसा नहीं कुछ भी आपका नहीं जा रहा है यार, ऐसी लॉट ऑफ वर्कशॉप्स होते हैं, मुझे पता है कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड में, लीडरशिप स्किल्स के बारे में, वो फिश बोन एनालिसिस, वो करके देखो, हाँ आपको नॉलेज बढ़ रही है, बट आपका लूज कुछ नहीं हो रहा ज्यादा। इधर आपके पैसे, आपकी पूंजी, जो मेहनत से बनाए पूंजी जाएगी आपकी, अगर आप एफर्ट नहीं डालोगे तो। इतना ही मेरे को कहने का है। दैट इज अ वेरी क्रिटिकल थिंग, बिकॉज हार्ड एंड मनी गोज अप। सो कोई टेंशन मत लेना, आप सिखाएंगे हम,
So,
बट आपकी,
sir,
हाँ,
sorry to interrupt you. You said that did you get a chance to look at the module? Did you share anything on that group which I missed? I'm not sure what you are referring to when you said we got a
या
chance to
आई
look.
शेयर द, एक मिनट में बता दूंगा सर, यही तो है। लो, अब देख, स्क्रीन दिख रही है मेरी?
Yes.
हाँ, तो आज क्या किए अपन, अंडरस्टैंडिंग मार्केट्स, वी एक्सप्लेन अबाउट फाइनेंशियल मार्केट, एक्सप्लोरिंग। अभी आएगी
Right.
नेक्स्ट, मैं टॉपिक करूंगा इनिशियल पब्लिक ऑफरिंग।
So if you have already shared this, sir, can you put it again
Here
on that
also.
trading group? Because I think I joined it a little late and history is not enabled there. So मुझे नहीं दिखाई है actually.
नो नो, वो इसमें है सर, अपना जो MST का पहले का जो 100 पार्टिसिपेंट्स है, उसमें डाला है मैंने। ये मैंने अपने
अच्छा.
ये पेपर ट्रेडिंग में नहीं डाला।
Okay. For easier reference, can you put it there if it works for you?
या श्योर श्योर श्योर, डेफिनेटली, नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम। देखो, इंट्रोड्यूसिंग, फिर इन्वेस्टिंग, अंडरस्टैंडिंग एंड की डिफरेंसेस, कॉमन ट्रेडिंग मिथ्स, मार्केट एनालिसिस, टेक्निकल फंडल सेंटिमेंट, ये सब में आ जाएगा सर, मैं बता दूंगा, आपको कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। बिल्डिंग ए विनिंग ट्रेडिंग सिस्टम कैसे करते हैं, रेशियो पूरा है सर, हम आपको बता देंगे। ये पूरी की नहीं है, इसमें थोड़े चीज जो इंपॉर्टेंट है हम आपको पूरा कवर कर देंगे, इसमें टेंशन लेने की कोई बात नहीं है।
Sure, sure.
You can ask me 1,000 questions, but don't ask me the same question again.
Sure.
क्योंकि फिर मेरे को समझ, then I think that my training is not effective. If any one person out of you, I've already told you and asked me the question, I answered it. Again, you ask me the same question, that means I'm not effective and I'm not efficient. वो feeling आती है फिर मुझे. Yeah. You have any other questions? Please raise. तो नेक्स्ट सेशन जो होगा एलॉबरेटिव रहेगा आईपीओ के बारे में। आईपीओ में इन्वेस्टमेंट करने से पहले क्या क्या फैक्टर्स देखनी पड़ती है, उसमें बहुत एक्सटेंसिव है आईपीओ का। ओके, इफ आई हैव टू शो यू, थोड़ा ये है, देखो, थोड़ा आपको टाइम निकालना पड़ेगा इसको। बुक पेन पेपर जो भी है इसके बारे में हम बताएंगे आपको। ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज लॉट ऑफ पीपल हैव आस्क्ड मी अबाउट आईपीओ, कैसे अप्लाई करते हैं, क्या क्या देखना पड़ता है, किधर देखना पड़ता है आपको, हाउ डू यू नो दैट दिस इज अ गुड आईपीओ। तो लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स आर देयर व्हिच इज सेबी आल्सो कम अप विद अ वेरी गुड initiative of letting the retail investors that what are the things you need to look at before applying for IPO। आप प्रोसीजर कैसी होती है आईपीओ की। वो प्राइमरी मार्केट है ना, क्योंकि सेकेंडरी मार्केट में तो ऑलरेडी लिस्ट होने के बाद सेकेंडरी मार्केट वी बाय शेयर्स एंड वी सेल शेयर्स एंड वी डू ऑल दैट स्टफ। बट प्राइमरी मार्केट में वो जो होती है लोगों को खबर नहीं रहती ज्यादा, दे गो बाय वर्ड ऑफ माउथ, माय फ्रेंड इज बाइंग सो आई एम बाइंग, माय नेक्स्ट फ्रेंड नेबर इज बाइंग। तो ऐसी होती है शीप मेंटालिटी इंडियन मार्केट में और इंडिया में 90% शीप मेंटालिटी होती है। उसने मारुति खरीदा तो मैं भी खरीद लूंगा, तो शीप की मेंटालिटी चलती है, वो नहीं होनी चाहिए। वी नीड टू बी अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाई वी आर बाइंग अ सर्टेन स्टफ एंड व्हाट आर द की फैक्टर्स वी नीड टू लुक एट। उनकी फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट है, उनकी प्रॉफिट है, उनका लीड मैनेजर कौन है, मतलब जो भी लॉन्च करता है ना आईपीओ एक लीड मैनेजर रहता है, वो लीड मैनेजर कौन है, उसकी सक्सेस रेट कितनी बार हाई है, मतलब वो जब लीड मैनेजर ने आईपीओ लॉन्च किया तो इनिशियल लिस्टिंग गेन कितनी परसेंट तक मैक्सिमम लेके आए, 100%, 40। और ये आईपीओ में who's putting money, if any big investor is putting money, so a lot of things, and who is a banker, is it ICICI securities है या HDFC का है या कोटक है, you need to check who is that banker। मतलब जो भी आप आईपीओ लिस्टिंग में जो पैसे डालते हैं ना तो वो बैंकर होल्ड करता है पैसे, तो वो बैंकर कौन है, छोटा बैंक है बड़ा, so a lot of things goes into it, it is an elaborative, I don't know how many pages है लेकिन extensive है, but very good knowledge you'll get on the next session। Okay sir, if you have any questions please let me know। अब कुछ अगर आपको question चाहिए out of this little bit so it can be planned and I can come up with those answers अगर है तो आपको।
For IPO related stuff, sir, yes, one thing I'm not sure if you if you can help with that, but how to increase our chances of getting an allotment once you identify a good IPO, because like someone else was also mentioning 9-10 attempts or whatever, never got any. For me also applied to a lot of them, maybe just got one sometime when I got lucky. So is there a formula to make your chances better? If you can come up with that in the next section, it will be helpful.
Yeah, so chances, yeah, well, I can tell you right now, there are no like that. It is a randomly picked, but see, I'll tell you small thing. जो भी कंपनी लॉन्च करता है आईपीओ का, उसके दोस्त रहते हैं, उसके दोस्त रहते हैं, उसके बहुत सारे लोग रहते हैं, उनको अलॉटमेंट हो जाती है पैसे, टू बी ऑनेस्ट। जो बचते हैं ना 5% जो दिखाने के लिए, वो देते हैं रिटेलर वाले को, मतलब अदर्स आल्सो रिटेलर्स। उसमें क्या करना पड़ता है, दे यू हैव अ हाई नेटवर्क का एक अकाउंट खोलना, आपके वाइफ के नाम पे खोलना, मदर के नाम पे खोलना, 3-4 अकाउंट में अप्लाई करना, चांस ऑफ गेटिंग आर हाई। बट इफ यू गो विद ओनली वन अकाउंट योरसेल्फ, योर चांस ऑफ गेटिंग विल बी वेरी लेस, एंड दैट इज अ फैक्ट, बिकॉज रैंडम बेस में पिक होता है। एनी आईपीओ देखो जो भी लॉन्च हुआ है प्रीवियसली, पूरे उनके known people, उनको उनको क्योंकि those are people allocating, right? I am having, see if I think that KMC मेरी कंपनी है, आप लोग मेरे 9 लोग हैं, दोस्त है, मैं बोलूँ यार इनको दे दो शेयर्स, अलॉट कर दो, हाँ दे दो, या आशुतोष को दे दो, अभिषेक को दे दो, चेतन को दे दो, हाँ बचे कितने, हाँ चलो ये रैंडम में सेलेक्ट करके दे दो। लेकिन चांसेस कब बढ़ते हैं, वो रैंडम में भी, अगर आपका एक HNI अकाउंट है, आपका नॉर्मल अकाउंट है, आपका दूसरा एक अकाउंट है मदर के नाम पे या फादर के नाम पे, ब्रदर, देन योर चांसेस इंक्रीज। इसमें कुछ दूसरा रॉकेट साइंस नहीं है कि आपको ना मिल जाएगा, हाँ इफ लकी यू मे गेट एंड अप गेटिंग इट, अदरवाइज देयर इज नो साइंस बिहाइंड इट। आपको कहीं पे भी नहीं बताएगा चांसेस ऑफ, ओनली थिंग इफ यू गूगल इट, चांसेस यही बोलेगा कि ऐसा करो मिल जाएगा आपको, अदरवाइज देयर इज नो अदर चांस ऑफ गेटिंग एनीथिंग बेटर। हाँ एक बात है, जो आप मनी देते हो वो थोड़ी 3-4 दिन या 5-6 दिन के लिए ब्लॉक हो जाती है। अगर वही 5-6 दिन किसी स्टॉक में एफएनओ खेले तो छोटे पैसे बना सकते हो, यू हैव टू बी कैलकुलेटिव। हाँ और एक एडवांटेज क्या है, अगर आईपीओ मिल गया, दैट आईपीओ टर्न्स आउट बी अ गुड वन, लिस्टिंग गेन 20, 30, 40, समटाइम 100% लिस्टिंग गेन, मतलब इफ यू पुट 1 लाख यू मे गेट अप टू 1 लाख मैक्स, or you may get 50,000। So in that perspective, you have to get into the IPO. Sometimes IPO can go bad also, 10% down or 5%, 20%. Then you have to wait till that market goes up. Then you have to sell it, or if you want to keep it, it depends. All right. Any other question? No problem. We have the group chat. If you have any questions, you can put in the group chat. All right, all your questions will be answered. But मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? You start learning bit about market का पूरा, so that when I train, it becomes easy for you to understand. उतना ही मेरे को बोलने का है. All right, guys.
Sure, Matthew.
Thank you very much. And next Sunday, same time, we will catch up 4 to 5 p.m. But be prepared. Come up with the paper and pen and notes and be prepared, because वो पूरा extensive IPO के बारे में रहेगा. And after that, 2 weeks, we will quickly go one by one, because everything to do with the chart. I will be showing in the chart. Up quickly, you will learn, because most of the folks I've seen, you're coming from a what do you call IT background. It'll be very easy for you to understand all the stuff. Price action के बारे में, टेक्निकल इंडिकेटर्स के बारे में, इसके बारे में क्या बोलते हैं, कैंडल्स के बारे में. Life becomes much easier. You can quickly run. All right. Thank you, and have a great weekend, all of you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.